and welcome back to my channel. I'm CJ and this is me after dark. We're going to be testing out the new Juvia's Place foundation, and also we'll be testing out the Juvia's Place the Tribe palette and getting some fun green colors going. So stick around. We have got the new Juvia's Place foundation here. It is called the I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. And I have shade Vienna 700. I'm so excited to try this out today. First, let's get a little on my hand. Looks like a fairly good color match for me. We're going to give it a go. I've got a wet beauty blender. Let's bounce. This is supposed to be a really full coverage foundation, so I'm excited to give it a try. I've got on some moisturizer from By Nature New Zealand and Laura Geller primer underneath. And I'm really hoping that this foundation, because it is full coverage, will be able to cover up a lot of my hyperpigmentation. It's been kind of a bad skin week. I'm looking a little bit rough. And so far this appears to be really smoothing out my skin and giving me some real almost fantasy skin here. That is some serious foundation. My T-zone is oily. And the rest of me is dry, so officially I have combo skin. When I was younger, I had very oily skin, so it's something that's changing for me over time. And it's lovely getting old. This foundation looks like it might be pretty awesome. It's really sort of canceled a lot of the things that I don't like about my skin and sort of giving me a clean slate to start over with, so I really like it. It looks great here in this daylight that's coming in from the window over there, as well as on that side I've got a ring light. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased. This is giving me a really smooth, even base. It looks like between the concealer and the Juvia's Place foundation, I have a whole new face. Right, I did a little bit of contour off camera with Hoola bronzer and put on a little shimmery blush from Milani, as well as some brows from the Browgal. And now I am ready to finish up my eyes. I'm very excited to try out the Juvia's Place the Tribe palette and see how this goes. The colors are really very bold greens and neutrals. And so I'm really excited to test these out with you guys. I'm using a Luxie 249 double-ended brush. Whoa, pigment! It's kind of a mossy green shade. I'm just adding a little bit at a time because this is some color. As with many of the other Juvia's Place palettes, these are very pigmented and at a very affordable price. You can get Juvia's Place from their own website or from Ulta, which is where I got this. I want to dig into these darker blue-green shades a little bit. They're very bold looking colors. So I think what I want to do is take the color Sand, which is the matte shade, and use it to line just above my lashes and out into a little wing. I am not that great with wing liner, but with powder and a brush I can do something creative that looks kind of similar. I'm gonna put on some of this sparkly kind of green gold, yellow gold shade here. And actually bring it up a little bit onto my lid. That is a very pretty eye highlight. Oh yes, more. We like that. I think you can see that from outer space. This is giving me slightly alien-y vibes with all the green. With some finesse, wow. Some patience, it's gonna be pretty. Right over that blue-green shade that I used as liner. I'm just gonna soften the edge again with that light color and just sort of bring out the shine up onto the top of my lid. Wow. Wow. Juvia's Place, you have done it again, girl. The finished eye look, which I really love. I almost feel like one of those Japanese beetles that are huge is on my face in a very pretty way, not a creepy way. Maybe a little creepy. Alright, and let's finish this look off with some lip gloss. I have got the Medusa's makeup, Disco Queen. So it's kind of raspberry pink with a blue shift from the glitter. These are not too sticky. They're comfortable. And last time I wore this, I felt that it also lasted kind of a while. So I'm pretty pleased with these glosses. And they're pretty affordable on the Medusa's website. And Medusa's is vegan and cruelty-free. The Juvia's Place palette is also cruelty-free, so if you're into that. Juvia's Place foundation lives up to its claim of being full coverage. And hopefully it's going to wear well as well. So I will be checking in again in a little while to give you my final thoughts. It's been about 5 hours or so since I put on the foundation, and I'm definitely getting a little dewy. Looks like I need to powder. I don't know if that's the foundation itself or if it's the BellaPierre setting powder. But I think in a way it's a good thing because a matte foundation can sometimes dry you out, and this one definitely didn't. I did notice a couple of things with this foundation. First, the full coverage has stayed really, really nicely, including through me eating dinner. But I do seem to have a bit more kind of showing of my wrinkle lines. It's sort of collecting in that area and collecting a bit, just a teeny bit, right here on each side of my nose. But overall, I really like this foundation. I think that I have a lot of the same challenges with other foundations because I have an oily T-zone, and I also have a few fine lines in these areas.
And so I think this is not worse than other foundations that I really like, so I'm still gonna give this a solid thumbs up. And also the eyeshadows are bomb. These eyeshadows, they are just staying on. The glitter has not fallen off. I don't have fallout. And the color is just incredibly vibrant. The shimmers especially are amazing. I've decided to do a second test of the Juvia's Place foundation. My previous test was in a climate-controlled home, you know, and when you're in the office or somewhere where you have air conditioning, it's a whole different ball game than when you're gonna go outside in the heat. And I've decided to go hiking today, and I think it's gonna be in the mid-80s. So what an opportunity to really be able to try this out again. And I've already laid down my eye moisturizer. Today I'm using the Cerave Eye Repair Cream because I ran out of my favorite eye cream. This one's okay. And then also the Clarins Multi-Active Jour SPF 20, which is a moisturizer with sunscreen for day use. Next, I'm going to be applying the Coola Mineral Sunscreen Matte Tint, which I've worn before on hikes. This just gives me a little bit of extra sun protection and also acts as a primer. So let's go ahead and get this applied. This smooths on really nicely. It probably looks like I'm really rubbing it in, but and it has a really nice slip to it. Just leaves like a really soft, smooth, even finish. And it's fairly mattifying. There's a teeny bit of coverage as far as color and smoothing out your skin tone, but it's not enough for someone with a lot of redness and hyperpigmentation like I have. It does fill in the pores a bit. I'm just smacking myself in the face over here. Here's the Juvia's foundation again. This stuff is really thick and moussey. It just immediately starts canceling out all of the things that I don't like about my skin and leaving a wonderful base. So hopefully this will stand up to the heat. It's supposed to be a mattifying foundation, but I noticed myself pretty dewy last time. But it might depend on the type of primer and moisturizer that you use underneath and also the conditions you expose it to. I'm not going to bother putting on concealer today. I find that if I put too much product on my eyes, sometimes it runs when it gets hot outside, and I don't really like stuff running into my eyes while I'm hiking. That kind of ruins the experience. I do think this foundation shows my wrinkles on my forehead a bit more than some of the others that I use. Nonetheless, with a full coverage foundation, sometimes they do tend to gather. It does help a bit with my texture problems, but I still definitely notice my pores, even despite being pretty well primed. So I think the opacity is the primary benefit here. It's very full coverage, but it doesn't necessarily give you a 100% smooth finish. And really, neither does any foundation on me. All right. There's the result. After putting down the Juvia's foundation as my base, I'm also going to put on a little bit of this product. This is the Colorscience Sunforgettable Brush On Sunscreen. And this apparently is an InStyle Best Beauty Buys. But more importantly, it has SPF 50. And for someone who's really pale like I am, SPF is a necessity when you're going outdoors. So I'm almost going to use this as a bronzer. It's a little bit actually darker than the colors I normally wear. So I'm going to put it on most around the borders of my face as I would a bronzer. You kind of have to almost dab this product on because it dispenses straight from the brush. The brush is the dispenser. And finally, I've got a little of the Laura Mercier setting powder here, an old favorite. Alright, so here's the finished product. Hopefully we are going to be able to withstand the elements. We shall see. I'm looking forward to wear testing this on the hiking trails. See you soon.
Hey everybody, happy Pride. I am in O'Neill Regional Park in Orange County, California. It's just outside the lovely city of Lake Forest. And we are here to try another test of the Juvia's Place foundation. Yes, we are going to take this 82-degree weather and see if it can demattify and break apart this foundation. So stick around, let's see how it goes. I'll be doing check-ins throughout my hike. Hey, I've been hiking for about half an hour. It's gorgeous here, definitely very hot. So far it looks like the foundation's holding up pretty well. Got a little shine, but I still have nice full coverage finish. And we'll see how much longer we can keep this up. See you guys in a little bit. Hello, I've been on the trail for about 1 hour and I'm definitely getting a little dewy, sweaty frankly, because it's really hot out here. And this is a great hike, but I've been in the sun quite a bit, and I think that the foundation is actually holding up remarkably well under these conditions. The sun is really just beating down on me right now, and around the nose, especially where I've been wearing my glasses, I can see some separation of the foundation, some glasses marks there, and I still notice those wrinkle lines on my forehead. They're not getting better, but I will say this, the foundation is mostly staying in place, and these are some pretty extreme conditions. It is emphasizing my texture just a little bit, but so far it's not really breaking apart around the edges of my nose, other than where the bridge of my glasses is. So far, so good. Alright, see you guys at the next check-in. We found a beautiful creek, and this is responsible for keeping a lot of the park's wildlife alive. In this otherwise desert and chaparral kind of area, water is a hard thing to come by for the flora and fauna, which include a lot of sycamore trees and other amazing, very tall trees, but also mountain lions, bobcats, coyotes, squirrels, and today we saw a giant hawk, which was just absolutely stunning. So just truly an amazing experience in the park today. Last time we were here, we even saw a beautiful deer, actually two, that were just frolicking, little baby deer. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen. So O'Neill is an amazing place to go. If you ever have the chance to check it out, please do. And if you like this video, like and subscribe. See you later. Hey everybody, it's been about an hour and a half, maybe slightly more. And this foundation is really holding up. I am
so shocked and amazed. I still have blush and bronzer on, and I am obviously really sweaty. It is almost 90 degrees right now, but my eyeshadow is also staying on with no primer, and that is also Juvia's, so kudos. And I am just really impressed here. Other than the aforementioned lines around my nose where my glasses are, this foundation is still staying in place. Obviously, I'm very sweaty, but this is just turning out to be such a massively successful wear test. So congratulations, and I will see you at the bottom of the hill. I'm here under the shadow of this big, beautiful, likely ancient tree, and just wanted to show you in the shade how the foundation is looking. We've been on the trail for almost 2 hours, I think, and still holding up pretty well, except for the end of my nose where I seem to have bumped myself a bit, and the bridge of my nose where my glasses are, and the eyeshadows, wow, still vibrant and poppin'. So I'm just really so pleased with the success of this foundation test and truly amazed. Go Juvia's! See you later. Place, you are killing it, girl. Look at this eyeshadow. I am sweating so much, just truly buckets. I need to take a shower ASAP. But this eyeshadow is still as bold as when I first applied it. So kudos on the mattes formula. This is pretty amazing. These are from the Zulu palette and the Tribe palette. Love it. I am just living for Juvia's Place right now. Hey guys, we've reached the end of the trail, and who wears black on a hike, man? Nocturnal me does. Alright, so final thoughts on the Juvia's Place foundation. This foundation held up remarkably well to a sweat test in 90-degree weather. The 11s up here on my forehead are showing a bit. Definitely the deeper creases on my forehead are showing, but the nose is still looking pretty good, and I think this foundation is truly incredible. It is not matte, but it definitely holds up for long wear, and I think that's kind of just as valuable as being a true matte foundation. I will also say it doesn't feel nearly as cakey and nasty as a lot of foundations would at the end of a long 4.5 mile hike in 90 degrees. So that's all I've got to say now. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe and give us a like if you think we should produce more extreme wear tests of foundations. Catch you guys next time. See you later. Local wildlife. Are any of them nocturnal?